Greetings and salutations, guys. How we doing today? Today on the BBQ Rockstar Show, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get out on the pit today. I really shouldn't be doing this. It's not time yet in my healing process, but I got to do it. I feel like I'm losing ground out there in my viewership, and I feel like I need to get back to what it is that I truly do, and that is create kick-ass barbecue. And the only way to do that is on the big Mama Jam out there. So I've met so many new friends on YouTube. It's time that I start showing you guys what I really do in life, not just for YouTube, guys. This YouTube is really a byproduct. I'd be out there cooking regardless if I was on YouTube or not. I just decided to start a little YouTube channel to show you guys what I'm going to be out there doing anyway. So this is me, guys. This is what I do. I don't necessarily do it for viewership, although now that I am tied to the algorithms, it's time that I get my numbers up, and I can't do that without you. So I'm going to do my part. I'm going to get the most badass barbecue Texas ever saw, and I need you to click that subscribe button. I need you to hit the bell icon so you'll know when my new videos post up. I get so many people saying, hey man, I didn't get alerted to this video. This is great. Because you don't have the button pressed. It's a little bell icon. Once you hit that, you go up to the little drop down button. It says all. Hit that all button and it will give you every single video whenever I upload one. Okay? Subscribe and hit that like button, guys, because hey, you know, I'm trying to get up there with the big guys, all right? Today, guys, what we're gonna start with, we're gonna do St. Louis style ribs, okay? We'll do that out on the big pit. I'm gonna walk you through every bit of it. My girlfriend is actually going to take the pit and move it for me. She's going to clean out the pit per my direction. So I will not be doing any of the heavy lifting, guys. I will be doing the cooking aspect. So thank you, Dawn, for offering to do that for us. You know, those parts in that smoker, guys, they're very heavy, 40, 50, 60 pound components that have to be taken out and cleaned out and scrubbed down before we can cook. She has offered to do that for us. So y'all say a big thumbs up and thank you to Dawn, D-A-W-N. She's the one that's going to be behind the scenes helping us today. So now, what we're going to start with today, right now here in the kitchen, I'm going to show you guys how I make my world famous barbecue sauce. And I say world famous. Is it really world famous? No. Nobody really knows about it except a few people around Dallas. But you're going to know about it. I don't care if you're in Tanzania, Tasmania, Oregon, New York State, Florida, New Mexico, Mexico City. Today you're going to know, guys, how the real pros make barbecue sauce. Now, real pros probably won't go through all the steps and the measures that I'm going to go through today, because remember, I'm not cooking for 2,000 people a day in a restaurant. Big difference, guys. They can't do all this. I mean, it would be cost prohibitive. And we all know that barbecue, when you go to a restaurant, is very expensive anyway. You know, their finished product, they have to mark it up three times to stay in business. So if they sell you a plate of barbecue and it costs them $10 to put everything on that with labor and overhead and cost of goods and spices and sauces and all of that, then they have to charge $30 to you. If it costs them $20, they have to charge you $60. Well, today on BBQ Rockstar, guys, we're going to show you how to do it, and I'm not going to charge you a thing. Stick around. Okay, guys, here we are in the kitchen. We are about to throw down on our homemade barbecue sauce. Let me show you the ingredients that I'm going to use, guys, and then tell you what I'm going to do with it. Then I will go ahead and do it, and then when it's ready for the next step, I'll bring you back. So for the base of my sauce today, guys, most people use ketchup. I do not do that. When I go from scratch, I like to go from scratch, okay? So what I like to do, guys, is for the base of my sauce, I use no salt added petite diced peeled tomatoes. Along with that, I use no salt added tomato sauce. I use 2 cans of each for my base. That takes the place of the ketchup. Now, why do I use that instead of ketchup? Ketchup would be so much easier. Ketchup, guys, is loaded with things like xanthium gum. It has high fructose corn syrup in it, and it's got some salt and sugar in there. I don't know how much salt and how much sugar. This, guys, has none of that, okay? It's got a little citric acid, tomato puree, and tomatoes. That's all that's in there. And actually this says no salt. I just saw that. So there won't be any salt in there at all. I can then manage my own seasonings from there, okay? We're gonna use, obviously, we're keeping it keto friendly for my guys, all my keto channels. Keto Journey with Mike, Ketorific Journey with Mike. Tom, the keto cook over there, Tom Garvey, and Marie Garvey's lovely wife. We've got a bunch of Sheena, the Ketovore, Carnivore, a bunch of beautiful channels. We're gonna keep this as keto as possible, guys. We're also gonna use some chipotle chili powder. We're gonna use some adobo blend powder. We're gonna use some beautiful cumin for a nice warm undernote. We're gonna use smoked paprika because I like it. We're gonna use some Lowry seasoning salt because it's kick-ass. And guys, we're gonna use a 32 mesh grind black pepper. A lot of my guys out there, barbecue channels, using 16 grind. That's cool. The people I feed here don't really like that really harsh, bold pepper flavor and, you know, punch them in the mouth. I do, but they don't. So for my rub today and for my barbecue sauce, we're gonna be going with the Bollner's. Shout out to Mike, Mike Brown's Barbecue. I know he likes the Bollner's Fiesta stuff. So Mike, you and I just talked about one of your videos. So that's a shout out to you, brother. If you haven't checked out Mike Brown's Barbecue, check him out. He's from Southeast Texas, real good barbecue guy. He cooks on a 250-gallon pit, which he actually fabricated himself. So a very impressive young man. He's got his stuff together. He knows what he's talking about. So we're gonna use the 32 mesh on our rub as well as our sauce. Now, come over here, guys. We've got, we're gonna make a sofrito. And if you guys don't know what a sofrito is, it is basically a small, small processed down bits of organic garlic, habanero Scotch bonnet peppers, fresh organic pineapple, and red onion. We're going to grind that up very, very small, almost into a paste. We will then saute all of that with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper in there. And then when we get done with that, guys, we will be adding our liquid components to make our sauce. We will then come over here and we will blend it in our blender. And then we will put it in this pan over here. We'll cook it down a little bit and then it will be ready for the smoker. We will be smoking our sauce for the duration of the cook today. So you get authentic pecan smoked barbecue sauce. So when I'm ready to show you all that, we'll be back. Okay guys, so here is our sofrito that I told you about. Okay, that was the Scotch bonnet, the red onion, the pineapple, the yellow peppers, onions, and garlic. Okay, there's nothing else in there. Look at the colors. Now, this is going to be what's going to really thicken our barbecue sauce, and as it cooks and it smokes on the smoker, it's going to release even more of this. Now we're going to grind this up further, guys, and that was just done in a little mini chopper. We're going to grind this up further in our actual food processor over here once we get our tomato product in there, but that's just the sofrito. And the reason I stop right here, guys, is because, quite honestly, I got to tell you something. Where I came up with this harebrained idea was one time I made what I called Key West spicy shrimp cocktail. And what I did was I had some Key West pink shrimp that I got on sale at Kroger. And I said, what would taste good with it? What's the most tropical tasting island Caribbean taste I can get with these shrimp? As kind of like a salsa to put over the top of some grilled, beautiful pink shrimp. And this is what I came up with, guys. This here is actually a salsa. Okay, so it's really a dual purpose product. So if you guys ever want a really beautiful island themed tropical kind of salsa, there's your salsa right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna saute it. We're gonna extrude all the beautiful flavors over high heat here, okay? We're going to then actually put it in there with the tomato products, grind it up. We're gonna put it in here. We're gonna cook it down for about 30, 45 minutes on medium-low heat with the lid off while we're getting our fire started. Then we will take this out to the smoker. We'll put the actual ingredient, the actual sauce, into an open Pyrex dish that can take the heat out there. and it's going to be a wider rim opening so the smoke can actually get to it. You don't want something with such a small opening when you're trying to smoke it, because you're not going to get much smoke to it. We're going to use a big 12-inch pie plate and put our barbecue sauce in there so we get much more smoke exposure. But we'll take you out to the smoker when all that's done, guys, but I just want to get you a kind of a little footprint of what we're doing. All right, back in a minute. Okay, guys, so we've got the, there's Anna. Hi, Anna. Are you going to help us? You going to help us make a barbecue, honey? Hey, you like to eat barbecue? You like to eat barbecue? Okay, so, all right, so Dawn has so graciously helped us clean the pit, guys. Couldn't have done it without her. These components in here are really, really heavy. If you don't believe me, look at any Lone Star Grill's video on YouTube and they'll tell you exactly how heavy these components are. All right, we got our little chimney starter there with our coals going. All right, I'm gonna walk through the pit. A lot of my new viewers and friends out there don't have the benefit of seeing my pit. So we'll go ahead and start at the start, I guess. All right, so some of you guys have seen the back of this monster 1,700-pound handmade Lone Star Grill's 30-inch vertical smoker with warming oven, okay? This thing, guys, is almost 7 feet tall. It's 78 inches tall, however tall that is, 78 inches at the stack. No, I'm sorry, it's 84 inches at the stack, 78 at the top of the smoking cabinet there. Okay, Lone Star Grill, shout out Chris and Amber, Goodlander, how y'all doing? You know, we only use Tell True USA gauges on this bad boy, okay? Here's our smoking chamber, guys, complete with heat deflector plates down there, okay? That's how we restrict our airflow. We get it where we want it, okay? We've only got today 1, 2, 3 shelves. What do we got? Yeah, 1, 2, 3 shelves, because that's all we're gonna need. We're just doing 2 slabs of ribs today, guys. This top shelf, that's where barbecue sauce is gonna be. That's where most of the smoke is going to collect, okay? We've got our stainless steel table here. Was an add-on option. It's a 12-inch table there. We've got, like I said, Tell True gauges. We've got our double smokestacks up here, guys, right? So I think those are, what I say, 84 inches tall, however tall that is. And then, of course, they're just dealt with handles to open and close them, okay? We leave ours wide open. Here in Texas, we're the home of the free and the land of the brave, or whatever they call it. That's how we do it. We go wide open. Balls deep, baby, don't do it at all. Come over here and say, how you doing, Pecan Wood? How you doing? Yeah, guys, this is Pecan Wood. Here's all my holes here, guys, all my shells. I like to debark my wood if I can, okay? My wood is over 2 years old, so it's very, very dry. I don't know what the humidity is on it. It's got to be very low. It only gets rained on ever so often here in Texas. So generally what I do is I come out here and I'll take my splits, I'll throw them up in the air, and the hardwood will separate from the bark, and then you have your holes. I burn these in my chiminea, guys. These are really good. They actually burn really well, but they're a little too acrid and smoky for my barbecue, so I don't use them in the barbecue. But I do have some beautiful pecan wood here, guys, different size splits, and that's what we're gonna fuel our fire with today. Okay, so getting back to our big beast, guys, this thing is a monster. It breathes like a dragon. The fire pit, a lot of people were asking me about my fire pit the other day on somebody's live. Guys, I don't know how big that is. I have to go look on the specs. You guys can look it up. LoneStarGrills.com, 30-inch vertical. Now, one thing I can tell you is I upgraded to a 1/2-inch plate steel firebox. Okay, it comes standard with a 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch, which is what the rest of the smoker is built from. Guys, this stuff's heavy duty, but this down here, I mean, that's Tony Roney. Now, additionally, we got us a fire management basket here, guys. It's a V-shaped funnel system that once we put those coals in there, we throw 3 or 4 splits on there. What this thing does, as you can tell by the V-shaped design, it keeps everything funneled down here, okay, and keeps your heat source right there in the middle. We put our splits this way and then this way, and guys, let me tell you, this thing breathes like a dragon, okay? This is our warming oven. A lot of you guys rest your briskets, you rest your pork ribs, you rest your turkey breast, and whatever you can at 150 degrees. Well guys, I can rest 6 briskets in there, and I think about 10 slabs of ribs, because we are protected here, guys, from the fire with that baffle plate with butterfly valves. We put our racks in there. It's only got 1 rack right now because that's all we're gonna need. Okay, and then what you do, guys, is you close this. Okay, got your tell true gauge there. Close those butterfly valves, and you've got a warming oven. This is an option. I think it's about a $1,500–1,600 option. But anyway, guys, so this is our pit, hand fabricated Lone Star Grills, Willis, Texas. A lot of you guys on here, you guys have these. I don't think I've seen anybody else with this exact modded conversion. If there are out there, they're not on my friends list yet. So, but the warming oven, guys, this is where you rest your briskets and your ribs instead of in a cooler, because I can dial in that 140 degrees that you're looking for, that you're not able to get with most smokers or even pellet grills. See right there, I'm at 125 right there, guys. I can hold whatever I want at whatever temperature I want. Okay. So anyway, guys, not to bore you, all right? Take some more pictures for B-roll shots at the end of this thing. Just want to kind of show you guys. Anna, what do you think? What do you think about your smoker, huh? Come tell them. Come tell YouTube. What do you think, Anna? You like it? Are you my barbecue girl? You like to eat barbecue? All right, guys. See you out here in a minute. Okay, guys. So as promised, we have our sofrito here, guys, which is everything I told you it was earlier, okay? Now, borrowing from the Italians, the Peruvians, and the Central Latin American countries, we're going to now put together what will become our barbecue sauce. Hot pan, we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil, but not much. We don't need a lot, guys. We don't need a lot, okay? Just about yay much, okay? Just a little bit so we don't burn anything, okay? And what we're trying to do, guys, is we want to coax the sugars out of these raw vegetables and onions and peppers, and we want to make this as flavorful as we can. So in with the sofrito. Oh gosh, don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. It's quite hot, so sorry about that. Put that over there. Guys, I am dealing with a little bit of dizziness today, so I apologize if I'm not 100% on my game. Very, very, very dizzy today. Don't know why. I think it's an inner ear disturbance, but don't matter. We're going to get her done. Okay, now we're going to let that go for a minute, guys, okay? What we're going to do now is we're just going to stir it around and let some of the water evaporate out of there, okay? You know, those fruits are just full of water, okay? And what we want to do is we want to get rid of that water so we can coax those sugars out and make it even sweeter. Now, guys, I have to tell you, off camera, I did taste a little bit of this on a chip. Man, that shit is spicy. It's got a sweet, beautiful floral sweetness to it, like you would want a tropical flavor. But man, let me tell you, that habanero ain't playing, okay? So now we got most of the water out of there, okay? And what we're gonna do here, guys, is we are going to come in. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do our seasonings first. And we're not gonna measure any of this stuff, guys. Well, our adobo ain't working. You motherfucker. Sometimes, guys, it just doesn't work out the way you want. The humidity got to my adobo, but that's okay. Look here, I got a spoon. I can get that right with Tony Roney. I don't measure, guys. We're just gonna go in with about a half a teaspoon, which is that much. Okay, we're gonna hit it like that. Okay, chipotle chili powder, same thing. Okay, about that much. Okay, cumin, same thing, about that much. okay? And why are we putting this in now? Because guys, we want it to cook with the sweetness of the other stuff we got going, okay? Smoked paprika, we're gonna go a little bit heavier on that because we want the color. We're gonna do a full teaspoon on that, guys, okay? Okay. Lowry seasoning salt, we haven't put any salt in this dish yet, guys. Tomatoes and the tomato sauce don't have any salt in them. So the Lowry seasoning salt, we can go pretty heavy with that. Okay, with our black pepper, we don't need a whole lot because we've already got the seasonings that we need, about a teaspoon, okay? All right, now, let's get this off the ground here. Ow, ow, ow. I should be lifting up, get that, okay. Yeah, guys, I shouldn't be doing this. All right, we're gonna stir this in, guys. Now, just like when you're building any sauce, you wanna have layers of flavor in that sauce, okay? So what we're doing here, guys, with our spices and our sweetness, we are building a layer of flavor. So you had the sweetness and the spiciness from the sofrito, and it was very sweet and very spicy. Now we come in with the savory notes, okay, of our spices. You can see how this has already changed a little bit color, right? And that paprika's really done its job. And now we're gonna come in, guys, with our diced tomatoes, 2 cans. 2 cans. You know what, we're gonna start with 1 can because I don't know if we need 2 cans of each, guys. Okay, tomato sauce, guys. Well, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and do both. There's gonna be a giveaway at the end of this. We're gonna do a little giveaway. We're gonna go ahead and make extra barbecue sauce, and we're gonna do a giveaway where I'm gonna ship out. We're gonna ask a question, and whoever gets the question right, we're gonna ship out a container of this to you as a treat for winning the competition or the answering the question. A little red wine vinegar, guys. Why would we not use apple cider? Because we want the color. We don't need a whole lot of vinegar, guys. Just about a teaspoon. Okay, all we're gonna do is stir this together, guys. Stir it together, okay? Stir this together. Now, this is gonna become the sauce. Once this comes to a boil, okay, we're gonna reduce this to a simmer. We're gonna let it reduce down, and then we're going to put it in our blender. We're going to blend it even smoother, okay? And then we will put it on the smoker. So we'll be back with you guys once that's done. And that's how we get our little fire going there, guys. Get our coal bed going. We got 4 splits of pecan, okay? We'll let that burn down in the coals, and then we'll throw some bigger splits on for the actual cook. Be back in. Oh, look at her, Starsky. Are you the barbecue boy, Stars? Hey, get down. You the barbecue boy, huh? Hey, Starsky, you like to make barbecue? Tell the people on YouTube. Where's the people on YouTube? Where are they? Where's the YouTube people? All right, guys, we got these wrapped double layers of foil. We're gonna put them back in. We're gonna let these go for about an hour, guys. And we'll come out and we'll take them out of the wrap and we'll let them go another hour just in the smoke with no wrap. We'll sauce them again. They've already got sauce in them. That's the only thing in that wrap was some of our fresh homemade barbecue sauce. So take them out of that foil. We'll baste them again, let them go an hour, and they'll be ready to eat. All right. Look at that, guys. Barely any smoke there at all. We're going at 260. Almost no visible smoke at all. Love it. Love that. guys, let's check these out, shall we? Oh man, these are beautiful. Oh, these are absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Oh man, falling apart, guys. Have to be real gentle with these guys. Oh wow, look at that. You guys remember, these have been going now for about 6 hours total cook time. Okay, we did them 3 hours in the smoke. We did them 1 hour in the foil, and we did them 1 hour on the smoke. So what is that? 5 hours total cook time. 5 hours total cook time. And this is what you got, guys, right here. Look at the beautiful color. And remember, that's our homemade barbecue sauce, okay? Let's get these guys on the cutting block. Let's get to eating. And go. All right, guys, here we are. Final reveal. We've got the barbecue St. Louis style ribs with the homemade sauce. We've got some of the hatch chili pepper sausage there made by Holmes Packing here in Texas. Guys, this was really a difficult thing for me to do, being handy crippled as I call it. But guys, look at the beautiful color. Look at the dark caramelization here, that new fresh sauce over the top, the caramelization on the sausage. Guys, we're about to get down, and I mean get down like Charlie Brown. If you stuck through the whole video with us, man, we really appreciate it. Make sure you do us a favor, hit the like, the subscribe, and don't forget the little bell icon. Make sure that you're on all notifications, because if you don't get the notifications, you're probably not going to see these uploads. Thanks again for watching. Till we see you again, Barbecue Rockstar out.